As you settle in for rest tonight, let's slow down together for a quiet moment, reflecting on God's truth, and then we'll enter into prayer. God has been faithful to you throughout this day, and his faithfulness will still be with you when tomorrow comes. The day is easing toward its close, and you can sense that shift in your body. The muscles that carried you are beginning to loosen. The pace that once felt necessary is no longer required. You do not have to replay the hours to justify how you feel about them. This day does not need to be labeled or measured, it has simply been lived. Your mind may still be holding fragments, small scenes, loose ends, moments that have not fully settled yet. And still, beneath all of that movement, there has been a steady presence with you. Not loud, not demanding, just there. God has been near in ways that did not ask for your attention, in the background moments, in the ordinary stretches that passed quietly. You may notice how your breathing changes as the evening deepens, a little slower, a little less guarded. There is nothing left to prove tonight, no standard you need to meet before you are allowed to rest. Whatever this day contained, it has reached its natural end. It does not follow you into the night unless you invite it to. You are allowed to set it down. Even the parts that feel unfinished. Even the thoughts that want one more pass through your mind. God does not require a summary of your day. He does not need your analysis or your defense. He has already seen every moment with clarity and care, and his nearness has not wavered. As the light fades and the quiet grows, you are permitted to rest without explanation, to be still without effort, to let the day close gently behind you. Nothing else needs to be held right now. What thoughts are still drifting through your mind as the day winds down? Which moments seem to return without asking permission? Are there emotions lingering beneath the surface that never found words today? What weight are you still carrying simply because you have not paused long enough to notice it? Are there conversations that echo softly, not demanding resolution, only attention? What parts of today felt heavier than you expected them to be? Where did you feel stretched or quietly tired in ways no one else could see? What did you carry alone that perhaps did not need to be carried at all? Are there moments that surprised you with their tenderness or steadiness? What did you move through today that required more strength than you realized at the time? Where did you sense help arriving quietly rather than dramatically? What did you receive today that was easy to overlook? What small supports were present without calling attention to themselves? What would it feel like to notice even one of those gifts now? As you rest here, you can begin to notice how this day was quietly sustained, not through grand moments or dramatic turns, but through steady provisions that asked very little of you. There were supports woven into the hours that did not announce themselves. A body that kept going even when energy was low. A rhythm that carried you from one moment to the next without needing constant direction. You may recall how certain things simply held. The chair that supported you. The floor beneath your feet. The familiar spaces that did not change, even as your thoughts did. There were pauses today that offered just enough space to breathe. Moments when nothing was demanded of you. Times when you were allowed to simply be present, even briefly. Perhaps nourishment came in simple forms. Food that steadied you. Water that refreshed you. Silence that softened the edges of your thoughts. You might notice now that the day did not require perfection in order to be sufficient. It did not need constant success to be meaningful. It only needed enough, and enough was provided. There may have been kindness that passed quietly between people. A look, a tone, a shared understanding that did not need explanation. Even the unnoticed moments mattered. The ones that passed without comment still played their part. As you widen your awareness, you may sense that this steadiness did not come from you alone. It moved through the day gently, holding you without asking for recognition. And that same quiet support remains, extending beyond you. As the day settles, your awareness can gently expand beyond yourself. You may find thoughts of others drifting into view without effort. People who shared your day in small ways, those who crossed your path briefly, those who remain close to your heart, whether near or far. You may sense how many lives moved alongside yours today, each carrying their own weight, some visible, many unseen. There are those who are ending this day weary, just as you are, others who are holding quiet concerns they have not voiced, some who are lying down with questions still unanswered. The world continues its slow turning through the night, homes settling, lights dimming, hearts seeking rest. There is a shared fragility that connects each life, even when stories differ. A shared need for steadiness, a shared longing for safety and care. You do not need to fix or carry these realities. Simply noticing them is enough for now. This gentle awareness prepares the heart to turn toward prayer. Not hurried, not heavy, just open. In this quiet space, you are welcome to move from reflection into prayer. There is no rush and no expectation, simply an invitation to speak from where you are, with honesty and ease. As you feel ready, you can begin to pray, not performing, not striving, just resting your words in God's presence. God, I come to you now at the close of this day just as I am, not gathered, not polished, simply present. I bring with me the quiet weight of the hours that have passed. Some moments clear, others blurred, all of them now resting behind me. Thank you for carrying me through this day in ways I did not always notice. Thank you for the strength that showed up when mine felt thin. Thank you for restraint when I could have pushed too hard, for endurance when the path felt longer than expected. I am grateful that I did not have to be perfect to be held, that I did not have to understand everything to be guided, that you were faithful without asking anything in return. Tonight I lay down what I am still holding, the thoughts that circle back again and again. The conversations that replay themselves quietly, the decisions that feel unfinished or unresolved. I place them gently in your care, not pushing them away, not denying their weight, just setting them down where I no longer have to carry them alone. If there are regrets lingering in my chest, I offer them to you without explanation. If there are worries about tomorrow waiting at the edge of my mind, I release them here. I do not need to solve them tonight. I do not need clarity before I rest. Let my mind loosen its grip. Let the tension behind my eyes soften. Let my shoulders fall away from their effort. As my breathing slows, I invite that same slowing within me. The inner noise that has followed me through the day can grow quieter now. The pressure to stay alert can fade. I trust you with my body as it rests, with the places that ache, with the fatigue I did not name out loud. Thank you that rest is not something I must earn, that sleep is a gift, not an escape, a place where restoration begins without effort. As the night deepens, be near in the way you always are, steady, unmoved, awake even when I am not. Watch over this home quietly. Let the spaces around me feel held and secure. Let those I love be covered with the same gentle care wherever they are tonight. If my thoughts drift toward them, I place them in your hands as well, near or far, known or unseen, each one resting under your attention. I release the need to control what I cannot reach. I let tomorrow remain unopened. I do not pull it into this moment. Whatever waits for me there, you will meet me in it, one step at a time, at the pace I can manage. Through the night, let your presence remain close enough to be felt, even if unnoticed. A quiet companionship that does not interrupt rest. A watchfulness that asks nothing of me. If I wake in the still hours, remind my heart that I am not alone, that I am seen, that I am safe to return to rest again. And if sleep comes easily, I receive it with gratitude. Let it restore what the day has taken. Let it prepare me gently for what lies ahead. I surrender this prayer without needing to finish it neatly. I rest without resolution. I trust without forcing certainty. Nothing else needs to be done. I am held here, and that is enough. Amen. If this prayer has met you in a quiet place tonight, you are welcome to type Amen in the comments as a simple sign of agreement. If you are carrying something that needs prayer, you may share it gently below. May the rest before you be calm, and may you be surrounded by steady peace through the night.